Hello. Welcome to DC Sports Makes Me Sad with Danny Jollis. I'm Danny Jollis. We have a very basic background this time. Sorry about it. I was trying to set up my old one, but I'm trying new stuff, trying to figure out the best way to make this look interesting. I wish I could make this background. I might maybe do I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll figure something out. But it's good to see you. Welcome to This Week in DC Sports and Why It Makes Me Sad. And we've got some sadness to cover, don't we? Nationals made a new hire. We'll talk about it. The Wizards lost, but what? Wizards are winning some games. That's where that team's at. That team's at a place where they win some games, and I go, hey, we won a couple games. Hey, we did some. Hey, we look competitive. We looked competitive this week. We looked competitive. That's nothing to sneeze at. Wizards are a competitive team. Whoops. Sorry, NBA. Hope you're ready. You're going to have to kind of pregame for us. Sorry for the past 3 years when you just get to beat the bejesus out of us. I got bad news for you. Now, if you play the Washington Wizards, guess what? You're going to have to kind of prep for us. Because we're going to make you kind of have to want it. Yeah. I'd say the NBA is scared. Capitals continue to just split right now, splitting a lot of games, lost in overtime to the Red Wings, but they look good. The Capitals are the one. It's like it's weird. It's like they're the best team, but the one I talk about the least because they're just not making me sad, and also they just hum. They hum along, and the Commanders are terrible. It's been tough. We're gonna cover all of them. We're gonna cover also, hey, I think JMU deserves a little shout out for their efforts. While we're here, let's talk. You know what? I'm going to start with JMU. Let's start the episode. Look, it's a stretch to fully call this DC sports, but JMU competing in the college football playoffs. Them and Tulane getting in. And if you don't follow this, if you're into the other four and you don't know this, just know the basics, which is college football has a 12-team playoff. And what they could do is they could just put the top 12 teams. But what they've decided to do is they go, we'll put the top 10 teams, and then we're going to take two teams who are from lesser conferences but are undefeated. They just don't. We know they're not as good as these other teams, but they also haven't lost a game, so we're going to let them compete in the college football playoffs. We're going to let them be a part of it. And there is this heavy blowback, I would argue, about the whole thing. This heavy, just like, these other teams being like, it's a waste of time. And it was Tulane and JMU. And look, JMU lost. Tulane lost by a lot. JMU lost, I think 34-51. He goes to check. Yeah, 34-51. But even going into the game, everybody was like, this is a waste of everyone's time. This is a waste of college football. This is a waste to do it. Man, I so disagree. I think if it's David versus Goliath, I think the entire premise is you have to let it happen. Even if it's David versus Goliath, you have to let Goliath win. You have to give David a shot. That's what makes sports great. It is very fun to watch two great teams compete. Don't get me wrong, but we're going to get that in the college football playoffs. But letting these lesser teams compete, to me, I am such a fan of it. Because it's why sports is great. Sports is great because you set the line. Vegas sets the line. Everybody goes, oh, they're going to get blown out, and we all do our research, and we go, oh, Oregon has, 5-star recruits, 24-star recruits. JMU has none. JMU, the size of the team is so much smaller. This team can't compete with this team. And it's like, okay, probably. But what if they did? Like, that's why we watch sports. Not to be all, this is the point of sports. But Isn't this the point of sports? It's why the Olympics is exciting, because there's always one crazy upset. There's always one person who has never been the best. You know? Remember, going into the Olympics, these people compete in their like little ones. This is their big show, so to speak. This is their big one, but they compete year round. And the whole time they're losing. But at the Olympics they win, and it's like it was the 1 in 100. You have to let JMU compete, because you open us up to that 1 in 100. And as fun as watching that Alabama Oklahoma game was, as fun as watching that other game was, it was like, man, I really wanted to watch that JMU Oregon game, because I was like, what if it's the 1 in 100? I don't remember a lot of Oklahoma's greatest games when they just beat bad teams. But I'll never forget Boise State, Oklahoma. And I don't want that to be robbed from us. So, I did my first rant of the episode. But man, I love that JMU got to compete. I like that they lost. Great. They lost. Now we know. All right, it was the 99 out of 100 times. They lost. By the way, not terribly. It was a respectable game. They weren't wiped off the floor. They lost. I love it, man. I disagreed with that entire rhetoric around it. I disagreed with the entire thing. You have to let David fight Goliath. You have to let him fight. You can't just go, Goliath is going to beat David. We know this. We don't need to do it. You have to let Anthony Joshua fight Jake Paul. To compare Jake Paul to David is quite the stretch. But you have to let it happen. You have to let Anthony Joshua beat the shit out of Jake Paul. Anybody who knew boxing knew that Jake Paul was going to get his absolute ass beat. But you have to let it happen. We have to watch. And then we go, yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. But let me tell you, there were a couple times Jake Paul landed a punch and you were like, what if this does happen? What if he... And then, of course, he lost. You have to let David fight Goliath. You can't just go, the Commanders played the Eagles. We all knew we were going to lose. We all knew it. You have to let us play. What if we did? You have to let them play. I love it, man. I love it. I loved watching JMU lose, but kind of make it exciting. I loved it. I stand by, not to get all that's what sports is all about, but that's just what sports is all about. Sports is all about that. What if David beats Goliath? What if? That's why we do it. All right. Next segment. The Washington Nationals. Let's read some things that happened in Major League Baseball these past couple of weeks. Pete Alonso to the Orioles, Contreras to the Red Sox, Robert Suarez to the Braves, Jeff McNeely Athletics, White Sox got Murakami. We've got Sonny Gray going to the Cardinals. We got Jeff. People are making moves. People are making moves all over the MLB. People are making moves. What did the Nationals do, you ask? We signed a 31-year-old general manager. We signed a 31-year-old general manager. Let's just read the coaching staff taking over Nationals. Didn't pick up any players, by the way. No moves. But we've got Paul Taboni, 35, and Ani Kalambi, 31. That's our new GM, President of Baseball Operations. Manager Blake Butera, 33. New pitching coach Simon Matthews, 30. Hitting coach Matt Borgschult, 35. I'll tell you this right now. Say what you will about this Nationals coaching, and say what you will about our GMs. Ain't no other team in Major League Baseball got a front office and coaching staff that's going to touch ours in Call of Duty. Okay? Oh, your team's good at baseball? Meet us on the battlefield. Because these boys know how to play some Call of Duty. I'll tell you that much right now. You think you can beat us on the field? Good luck beating us out there in the COD world, baby. We got some of the best. You think you can beat us in baseball? Maybe. You ain't beating us in Rocket League. Okay? Not with this organization, baby. We got young guys. Here's the thing. I'm in my 30s. These are my people. So I got no issues with it. I think that right now in our general society, we got a bunch of old people that won't ever retire and who never allow young people to ever take a job. So I like that we're doing a youth thing here. I like it. Sure. Here's the thing. I don't know. I think that it's important to say, like, truly, like, I'm somebody who's like, I don't know. Dude, these dudes might be great. They might know what they're doing. They might be very, very experienced. They might know, I think this Ani guy in particular, like they say, like real Moneyball type. Real Moneyball type. I love a Moneyball type. You know what I like more? Being the Yankees. I'd like to be the Yank. Can we be the Yankees? I don't want to be Moneyball. You want to know why? You want to know one of the things about Moneyball, that movie they leave out? They didn't win the World Series. They just went on a run. Against all odds. Why are we doing this? Let's be the Yankees. Let's spend. Hey, you give Ani Colombi some money to spend? Sure. Let's see what this 31-year-old can do. But if we're bringing a 31-year-old in to try to find out the cheapest players in baseball to put together a team, we're going to end up in trouble. We're not going to win games. Now, again, we're going to win Call of Duty matches. Okay? I can't stress that enough. Okay? There's going to be more PS5s in that front office than any other team. I'll tell you that much right now. Okay? You're not touching us when it comes to that. We're all on board. Okay? You got a bunch of people in there. They're going to be like, Daniel Radcliffe's my Harry Potter. I love that. I love that about us. All right, you're gonna have a front office that's gonna say out loud many times. I remember when Blockbuster was around. All right, they're gonna say it like that's an old person sentence. But let's be clear. We have to spend money. We have to spend money. You can't win with just a bunch of young guys not spending money. We're gonna have a fun team. Okay? I get the feeling it's going to be fun. I get the feeling it's going to be exciting. But if we don't spend some money soon and we're not going to have players on the field. The only good thing about this front office is that in a crisis, they can probably play. That's good. Pretty good. We can field this group if we need to, but I'd prefer if they actually got some players. We don't have players. We're going to trade away Mackenzie Gore for prospects. We all know that's coming. Probably going to lose C.J. Abrams too. And then James Wood is going to have to play every position outside of that. I think James Wood is just going to be, he's going to be our outfield. I don't even know who's on our team anymore. We have to spend money. Watching my friends who are Orioles fans get Pete Alonso, the excitement. And they got someone else. I forget who else they got. They got another player. Watching every team. Every team's picking up players. We're picking up young GMs. And it's like, all right, fine. Who else are we spending money on? But at least, no matter where this season goes, and I think it's going to be an ugly one, Nationals fans. I think it's going to be tough. Let's all just remember this front office and this coaching staff is going to be a problem in Call of Duty. These guys are going to be a I hope the Nationals Twitch is watching these boys game out, because there's no other front office that can handle what we can do. Other than that, I am mightily concerned. I don't know if the team is going to be good, but I'll tell you this, on MLB The Show 27, you better hang on to your seatbelt, because these boys know how to game. Let's move on to another stupid team. The Wizards are 3-5 in December. The Wizards are fun to watch. I will say that. Like that Grizzlies game, I watched that entire Grizzlies game. And I just was like, man, we have so much young talent on this Wizards team. It's hard not to get excited. I stand by we have to at some point bring in real talent, but it's like, boy. Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr, Bub. Like, these dudes are real. Trey Johnson. I mean, they are real. I love watching this team play. Get C.J. McCollum out of town as fast as possible, for the love of God, and take Chris Middleton with you. This young group is great. If we can, and I hate building towards next season, but if we can get these guys really ready to go, trade McCollum at the trade deadline, get Middleton out of here, bring in some young talent, we're going to be a banger team. I feel like I always do the Wizards and Capitals together, because it's like you have two different sides, but they're both like there's hope, right? The Wizards, it's like, okay, they're bad, but they're young. They're bad, but they're young, and that's exciting. And they are growing. 3-5 in December. As I said, to start this show, I said, sorry to the rest of the NBA. You're going to have to game plan for us. You don't get to just show up and beat the Wizards anymore. You have to kind of prep. We don't even run plays for Alex Sarr yet. He's a problem. Alex Sarr is a problem. Keyshawn George is a problem. Jameer Watkins is a problem. I mean, we have so much young talent. I am so thrilled. Whereas the Capitals now, we're talking about the established team. I'm not thrilled with the Capitals this past week, but we're fighting, we're battling, we're right where we need to be. We're going to make the playoffs. I don't have that much to say about either team. So let's spend the rest of this episode on the Commanders. It's a debacle. It's crazy how bad it's going. It's hard because it's like a part of me is like, you feel yourself settle into old, oh yeah, the Commanders, they stink. That's right. That's what this is, right? You feel yourself settle in, and then you just have these moments where you go, it feels like a fever dream last season, doesn't it? It feels like a fever dream we all had. You just had this moment where you're like, oh yeah, it was so good. Now it's so bad. It was so good. It's just so tough. It's so hard. It's hard. It's like, look, eyes on your own paper. This is something that's comedy. You are taught. You don't get distracted by others. It is hard watching Drake May and Caleb Williams turn into what they're turning into and being like, oh, Jaden is better than all of them. He just isn't on the field. Drake May is going to win MVP. Caleb Williams is having a great season. I still think Caleb Williams is a loose cannon in the pocket, and I think Ben Johnson's just unbelievable, and Caleb is benefiting from it. But man, it just feels like a fever dream watching that Eagles game, just being like, we're not even competitive. We're not a competitive football team. We were one of the final 4 teams last year. We're not competitive right now. How did this happen? How did it all crumble? I sit here like a crazed person being like, I swear to God, we were there. We touched it. We're a couple fumbles away against the Eagles from the Super Bowl. And now we're embarrassing this season. It's just crazy what a fall it's been. It's hard. Because, DC Sports, we're tough. We're toughened up. Oh, you think you're going to hurt me because we're having a bad season? Bring it, yo. Bring it. Bring it. Oh, it's been a tough season. Oh, no. What do you think? I'm built for this. I'm built for tough seasons, my friend. But there's something about it's like being like that hurt single person where it's like you keep yourself guarded. I swore I wouldn't get hurt again. I keep myself guarded when it comes to sport. I don't let someone in. I let that Commanders team in last year. I let them into my heart. I let them into my soul. I gave myself to them. I said, take from me. Take from me. Let's do this together. And now I say this is why we don't ever open up our heart. Because they just hurt you. I'm like a scorned woman. This is why you don't let men in. This is why you don't trust a man. This is why you don't trust the Commanders, because it's just going to hurt you. It's just going to hurt you. I can't believe it. That game, watching that game, and now we got to play on Christmas. Merry Christmas. We're going to get our ass kicked by the Cowboys. Merry Christmas. Who's even our quarterback? Does anyone know? Is it Josh Johnson? That ought to be fun. Nothing like watching Josh Johnson play football. And P.S., why is Sam Hartman on this team if we aren't going to let him try? How bad is Sam Hartman in practice? It must be a debacle. I've never seen somebody just be on a team to be like, Jaden, you're Jaden's buddy. Are we having Josh Johnson start? Are we having Sam Hartman? Doesn't even matter. At this point, does it matter? Throw to whoever. I'll play quarterback. I could do it. Colts bringing Phillip Rivers back. Can we, is Gus Farad available? Can we get Gus Farad out there? Who else can we get? Who else is? I mean, Brett Favre can probably still sling it. Trying to get him. We got to find someone. This is gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. It's tough. I want the season to be over for us. I just want it to be over. I want to go back into delusional. Okay, let's look into next year. We can't do it. We have 2 games left. On Christmas, I have to watch this team lose. It's tough. Commanders are tough. But I stand by there's a foundation here. I like our coaches. But I'll never let a man in ever again. So help me God. I'm never going to let a man in ever again. And I'm never going to open my heart to the Commanders ever again. That's a promise. That's a promise. You'll never do it again. I'll never let a man in again. Because they just hurt you. Let's take the show home. That's an episode. You can catch me in Syracuse, Endicott, San Francisco, Minneapolis, Chattanooga, Tyler, Texas, Vegas, more. That's the next couple months, though. Get a ticket. Come see me. Most importantly, stay strong. Tell a friend about the podcast. Tell a loved one. Tell your mother. Stay strong. Let's not let them bully us. Okay? We might be down and out. But damn it, we're not going to let them push us down. And the Capitals, let's not forget, they're cruising. They're cruising. No need to panic. And the Wizards are young. That's fun. Okay? Commanders are dog shit, but we'll be back next year. And let's not all forget, the Nationals have the best Call of Duty front office in the game. Don't even come at us. DC Sports makes me sad. See you next week. My name is Danny Jollis.